Good morning, YouTube. It's Jeffrey Howells Carpet Cleaning here, and I'm going to be dealing with Commercial Magic by Backaway today. I've got a little bit of commercial glue down to do in a garage, and really it's just needing to be cleaned up because the buyer of the place is kind of expected just to rip it out anyway, so we're making things presentable. But, I had a guy in California asking, some questions about how do I clean commercial glue down VLM style or hybrid, because a lot of guys are coming at things at more of a hybrid approach, because in a lot of cases it is a lot more green cleaning in that sense. So what we're doing today, the commercial magic is extremely thick, so what I tell people is to put about 2 ounces of water into a measuring cup and then fill up the measuring cup to the appropriate level. And we are out, and because I'm one of those guys that tries to use up every single ounce of product that's in the bottle, I will do every effort that I can to get every tiny bit out. So I put in about the amount that we need for this 2-gallon jug back here, which would be 4 ounces, because this stuff is concentrated to mix at 2 ounces per gallon. So I make sure that I have 4 ounces in that jug back there. And what I did is I put as much of the product in that I could get out of the bottle into this measuring cup, and then the rest of it is going to be super concentrated. I just add water and shook this bottle up just to get as much of the remnants that are clinging to the side of the bottle as I possibly can. Now we're going to go in, we are going to do a pre-vacuum, and then we're going to lay this stuff down using a sprayer, and then we are going to agitate very well using a CRB, and we are using the black brushes this morning. The black brushes gets us a little bit more quite a bit more agitation on the carpeting. And then once that process is done, this can be used for HWE as well as VLM. So this stuff is going to go down on the carpet as VLM style. And it's going to sit there in the carpeting, and it's going to dwell, and it's going to be chewing away at residue and all that sort of stuff as it's dwelling. But then we are also going to extract it on the truck using low P8 or low PMI. So we're probably going to drop, or PSI, I'm sorry. So we're probably going to drop the truck, and we'll probably put the PSI to about 175 to 200, right in that range. And because there's no need to be pounding the carpets with lots of water, especially when you're doing commercial glue down. You don't want them to get super wet anyways. So the agitation is doing the work for us today, and then we'll do a light rinse. And I will step through those processes as we go along here. Alright, you guys, so we are on site with our commercial carpet cleaning. Well, I was thinking it was going to be more glue down type, but this is a Berber. This is like a garage, so it was kind of like a man cave sort of a deal that they had, which would be awesome in kind of condos like this. This would be a great work from home office. So I think this is pretty cool. As you can see, it's pretty soiled, but the carpeting is intact and in good condition. So it's just a bunch of contaminants and things in the carpet. So we are going to fill up our carpet for today for sure. So right here is going to be the most problematic area that we're going to be working with, obviously because of traffic. So we're going to get a lot of this dirt out of here, but because this is high traffic, the padding is also going to be smashed down and everything. So it's always going to look like a traffic area, and the only way to go about fixing that is to rip this up and actually put in some new padding under there. The carpeting will be clean and look good for the most part, except that it might be a little wear looking, but other than that, it should look real good. So you saw beforehand the product that we're going to be using. We're using Commercial Magic by Backaway. I kind of explained what we're going to be doing. So right now this is going to be breaking things down to 3 phases. We begin with a vacuum phase. Then we go into a soil suspension and agitation phase. And then for phase 3, we go into our hot water extraction phase. So 3 phases, very simple. Keep it simple, easy way to think about it, easy way to explain it. So that's what we're going to be doing here. Alright, we got most everything vacuumed up. However, there's a lot of debris still left in the carpeting, and unfortunately with our vacuum we picked up something that completely cut off the airflow. So I'm going to have to take this apart and clean out the vacuum. It's probably just a big chunk of debris that got lodged in the opening for the vacuum. So I'll do that later. For now, I'm going to call this good, and then we're going to go ahead and begin our pre-spray and soil suspension process using black brushes on the CRB for extra agitation. Alright, so we just went through them. We pre-sprayed half of the room with the Commercial Magic. Part of it is just so that we can give it a good agitation before anything dries. And then it allows it to have plenty of dwell time in the carpeting as well by doing that. Now with our CRB, we are using these black brushes, and for those of you who are looking for like a piece of equipment or something that they think, you know, for like one of the most versatile pieces of equipment really is a CRB. You can put multiple types of brushes under here. I primarily use this as an agitation machine. However, you can use it for VLM cleaning as well. So what I'm doing in this case is that I'm putting down our VLM solution down on the carpeting, and then I'm going to be agitating the heck out of it with the CRB. So yeah, for this case, this is going to be an awesome job. You can use a 175 with like a red pad, or even go a little bit more aggressive and go to a green pad or something like that. However, when you're working in a residential scenario with piled carpeting, that's where the CRB rocks and the 175 doesn't do so much of a good job. And additionally, you can see the brushes and the way that it agitates the carpets. It's pulling the carpeting upwards, pulling the piling up, so it's not doing a crushing, pulling, smashing kind of agitation. So this is a lot more gentle. Additionally, this is awesome for pulling out matted lint and hair from carpeting. So that's something that a CRB, or I'm sorry, a 175 definitely isn't doing. And your wanding is doing very little of that. So when it comes to pulling stuff out of the carpet fibers themselves, the CRB is an excellent choice. So as far as being a versatile tool, this is probably one of the best first investments a person can make in their carpet cleaning business, just because of the vast versatility of this particular piece of equipment. Alright, you guys, so we're ready to begin our steam cleaning process. Water temperature is up to about 230 degrees or so we're at perfect temperature. One thing that I always do is I always take my hose and I always edge along the corner of the walls. Depending on your equipment, I don't know what you guys do, but that's one thing I always do. And, you know, when you're talking about your needing to clean your filter out, that's where a pre-filter is really nice, because then everything just goes right into your pre-filter and you dump that, and you don't have to worry about anything getting in your truck filter. So, yeah, that's one thing I do. It just, you know, adds a little bit of extra that other carpet cleaners don't do. So, you got to differentiate yourself somehow. You know, it takes an extra 30, 45 seconds a room, but a minute or two, depending on probably a minute or two is more realistic. So we're going to begin our steam cleaning process right now. Get this cleaned up. We're going to do this area rug first and get it up and out of the way. And it's going to look absolutely beautiful. And again, you guys, those reviews, trading an area rug, you know, I don't know what you want to treat this as. If you want to call it $5, $10, just a quick go over. Honestly, dollar for dollar, if you were to put like a $5 value on this, or even a $10 value, a 5-star review is potentially going to be worth a lot more than what, you know, $10, $20 of advertising is ever going to do for you. So, guys, get those reviews, bargain for them, get them any way you can, because it's going to help you out. It's going to help your visibility out online. It's going to do all those things for you. So, yeah, I hope that helps you guys out. Hey you guys, I was just going to say one thing that you can do is negotiate back with your customers that are wanting to throw in all these extra things. On this area rug, I'm trading for a 5-star review. So that's one thing you can do when customers start asking about, can you do this, can you do that for free, can you do this for free, and all this other stuff is, hey, 5-star review, you got it. So you want to be careful though. This is 100% olefin. I can easily just use our commercial magic that we use in here and spray this, and it's not going to cause any problems. We can go over it with our CRB, and it's going to clean absolutely awesome. However, if you're dealing with something that's going to take a lot of time to clean with spots and stains all over the place, you can't necessarily do that as easily. But use those negotiation skills, you guys, because getting those reviews, you know, trading an area rug for a review, I mean, that's free marketing, and those stars are potentially going to work in your favor and pull you some jobs later on down the road. Alright, so this is upon completion. I have no idea how old these carpets are, but the major walkways actually turned out pretty good for a salvage job. You can see that there's a lot of impressions there from furniture sitting there in the carpeting, but those could either come out, maybe we could steam them out. Some of them actually look like they're burned in there, so they may or may not even come out. I have a feeling that for how this area was being used, it had like 140 boxes stacked up in here, that the padding is probably been killed underneath, and there's no way those are going to pop up, and they're most likely permanent. But as far from is making the place as presentable as possible, I think it looks awesome, and I wouldn't mind putting an office in here actually myself. So if you have any questions or concerns regarding carpeting in the Southeast Portland area, you can give me a call directly, 503-939-0534, and I'll do my absolute best to restore your carpeting to like new conditions. Thank you for watching today's video, and God bless, and I will catch you in the next one. Pretty dirty, pretty dirty.